One of the biggest reasons men fail to create attraction with women, which stops them from finding the right girlfriend or wife, is that they're vocally restricted. Their voice isn't what it needs to be. And I'm not referring to the depth of your voice, the pitch. You don't have to have this unbelievably masculine, deep voice. That's not what this is about. Because I'm sure you've had this at one time or another where you've heard a man trying to speak very deep, deliberately. And I'd be like, so guys, what I want to teach you here today about dating and relationships, it doesn't come across very authentic. It seems very put on. So this is not about trying to sound as deep as possible. In fact, I can have quite a high-pitched voice, especially when I get excited and the gingerness comes out. But it's fine. It's more about, one, grounding your voice, and second, more importantly, about being emotionally non-restricted. But there's a physiological and a vocal component to being emotionally less restricted. And one of the most powerful exercises you can do to release yourself emotionally and thereby be way more impactful in your communication because you're loose, because you're verbally agile, that's a skill set in and of itself, but it contributes to it, is to sing. Now, I'm a horrible singer. Fernando and I were just at home and we were singing Never Enough. But I sing mainly because it's emotional and vocal release. And also because it boosts your state. It's a really powerful exercise. You don't have to sing in front of people. You can sing under the shower, ideally under a cold shower or at home. And do that half an hour before you go on the date and watch the performance of your date improve. Now, there's still a million mistakes that you could make along the date, technical mistakes that obviously still matter, but it will absolutely help you to simply improve your speaking skills. I'm trying to find the lyrics here. Okay, here we go. So I found it. So you know this song like Never Enough, Never Enough. And I'm just singing. All of the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all of the stars. Can't even sing. All of the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough. And you can really, if you're at home, bam, blast it, really sing. What's important is you don't want to scream. When it feels like this, you don't want to scream because that can really hurt your vocal cords and damage them, but you want to sing them. So I'm not an expert at this, but basically if you imagine this being your windpipe and this is all the air, you don't want to go, huh, all the air is gone. You want to constrict it so a little bit of air comes out and then you're able to hold it, but you don't want to scream. That's not what it is. But you want to pick songs that, one, also have high energy, and second, good lyrics. Because if you want to pump your state emotionally, if you want to, and thereby, by the way, it has an immediate measurable impact on cognition, and thereby your ability to come up with things on the spot and be more effective in your communication and vocal expression, then you have to have also empowering lyrics. You remember this song? Oh, never mind, I'll find someone like you. I'm gonna make a separate video about music one day and how music is messing you up. I've made a reel about this at some point already on Instagram. But you really want to choose songs that have empowering lyrics. If you don't choose empowering lyrics, then you are affirming sadness. You are affirming low energy. You are affirming weakness. So, my invitation for you here today is sing on a daily basis. Try it out. The next time, before you have a business meeting, if you can go to the bath, if you're in the office, difficult. If you work from home, you're able to try this out. Sing for 10, 15 minutes and songs that you like and really go for it. And if you think you're fully expressing yourself, you're probably still restricted because you're not even using your body to the fullest. Really, really release, fully go for it. Like, all the stars of the 1,000 spotlights. I don't even know the fucking lyrics. It doesn't even fucking matter. It doesn't even matter whether you get the lyrics right or not because you're not trying to become an opera singer here. You're using singing as a tool to vocally release and express yourself. And the more you do that, the easier you'll find it becomes to communicate with people and to just let go emotionally. Most men are so unbelievably restricted in their being, and it comes across. She'll sense it, whether you're holding on, whether you're all constricted emotionally, or whether you can just let go. Because if you can let go, then it also shows to her that you must have a lot of options available to yourself in terms of other women who might want to be with you, because you evidently don't seem too concerned with the outcome of this date. Not to say that you're not decent in your behavior, that you're not respectful, that you're not paying attention to customs and norms, of course you are. But you're also refusing to limit your own freedom of expression, because at the end what you want to do is, one, you want to just express yourself for the sake of it because it makes you happy, and also vocally expressing yourself and thereby expressing your personality more freely helps as a screening mechanism for compatibility. Never forget that. And I think it's going to be very difficult for you to be effective on dates if you don't enjoy speaking. Now, that doesn't mean you have to become a speaker, okay? I know a lot of you are introverted, completely understand. 80% of my clients over the years are introverts. And you don't have to become somebody who wants to speak 24/7. So again, by the way, the only scientifically documented difference between introverts and extroverts is the fact that introverts get more dopamine from social interactions than extroverts. You are satiated quicker and you need less, but you still need social contact. So it's more about what you do in the time when you're around people. So if you can enjoy the time when you're speaking more, you'll be more effective. And there's a lot of studies. Tony Robbins has talked about this for many years. This is a study, I don't know which university did it, but basically they took a monkey and they, I'm not necessarily condoning those types of experiments, I'm really not. I don't know whether it was painful for the monkey or not. But basically they took a monkey and they tied his hand to a metal plate, and then they pulled up his finger 10,000 times with a little rope. And then after 10,000 times, or however many times they did it, the finger went up and down by itself because it was wired, it was conditioned, it was a new habit. Now they realized that they could achieve the same result, in other words, the finger going up and down by itself with only 12 reps by stimulating the pleasure centers in the brain of the monkey. In other words, if you are emotionally engaged while you're learning, in other words, you love what you're doing, you're really enjoying it, and that comes partially from not being worried about the judgment of other people, you will learn so much faster. Your communication skills improve. That's why if you want to learn something new, dating, relationships, anything, you learn so much faster if it's a fun and enjoyable process. That's why my clients get such great results. And they get really great results really quickly, and they find really high quality relationships because we put them into this upward spiral, this positive spiral upwards of creating wins. And that's exactly what you have to do for yourself. You have to create wins for yourself very, very quickly. Quick wins, because if you're not winning enough, then the rain on your face is going to start pissing you off. Little challenges are going to become major annoyances. You're going to turn a mouse into an elephant, as we say in German. A date doesn't go well, oh, it's a disaster. But if you get one win after another, okay, I'm getting more matches on dating apps. I'm getting higher quality matches. They text me back more. I'm feeling more confident. I know exactly what I need to do on the date. I kissed her on the date. We had intimacy on the date. It was amazing. Okay, and then next one, and the next one. And then you get to the final goal, the final outcome of a relationship so much quicker because you're enjoying the process, because you get into flow. There's a book that you can read which is called The Winner Effect that talks about that in detail. Basic summary, you need to create wins for yourself. If you don't win enough, your testosterone goes down, your dopamine goes down. How do you win? By redefining what counts as a win and just allowing yourself to celebrate wins. Very important. You have to celebrate micro wins and also taking enough action to get wins, because it is virtually impossible to get wins if you don't take sufficient action. You need to do the right things. You can't just bang your head against the wall 1,000 times. The wall probably won't break. All you'll get is a concussion and brain damage and diminished cognition. So you want the right course of action and you need the right tools. Perhaps a minor explosion tears the wall down, bam, you can break down so much faster. Nonetheless, if you wander through life, create wins for yourself. Speak to people on a daily basis. And it's also a lot easier to create those wins when your emotional state is high, because the invisible force of life is emotions, as Tony Robbins says. And guess what happens when you sing? From the bottom of your lungs, or how do you say it? Fully all the way, and you go for it. That changes your mental and emotional state, and it has a lasting impact. And here's the beautiful thing. I don't have data on this, but I would argue that it's true. You know the data is there that if you take caffeine or alcohol or other stimulants that boost your dopamine afterwards plummets below baseline. That's why you feel great for a period of time, and then you feel bad again. Now, Wim Hof talks about this, and there's studies, I haven't read them, I've heard it, and I think it's true, that if you have an ice bath, for example, dopamine goes up to 200, 250%, and then returns back to baseline after 3 hours. That's why ice baths make you feel amazing and you don't crash. The same thing, I believe, is true from singing or exercise. It boosts your dopamine and there's no crash afterwards. So it's a really powerful strategy to, one, enhance cognition, boost your emotional state, and to just release your personality. Because remember, the one woman who you're going to end up in the relationship with, you don't need millions, you need one. She needs to love you the way you are. Doesn't mean you need to become more extroverted, but it does mean that you need to become more impactful with your communication. So, sing. That's my invitation for today. If you want me to help you personally find the right girlfriend, life partner, or wife, as I've been able to do with men from 32 countries now, from all around the world. If you got a great career, if you're running your own business, if most of the areas in your life are handled, it's just that last missing piece of the puzzle, this intimate relationship you haven't figured out, apply for a free initial consultation call, click the link underneath this video, fill it in, and myself or a member from my team is going to reach out to you and we'll create a plan for you based on your individual situation. Looking forward to speaking with you soon. Take care.